at 9. At 10, it's history.
U.S. forces are on the ground in Afghanistan.
The family was bludgeoned in their northeast Lubbock apartment 6 months before many of these evacuees really began to cope. Major breaking news, and this is very, very serious. And as a player, coach, and administrator at Texas Tech, ingredients for a weapon of mass destruction. Ted Cruz is with us. He is the former Solicitor General. Demolition work underway around Citizens Tower. It's a Lubbock County judge and the GOP primary accused the city of not enforcing a part of the Civil Rights Act.
You see right there, Jeff's kept you informed for decades. So who do we turn to wrap up his last newscast? He's got, well, it's a term I learned from him, bukus of awards and top honors, and is well connected to so many. We decided to narrow it down to those who have worked with him.
Well, we're out here. We're between 82nd and 98th, and the flames are just still flying up. While we were driving here, you could see them all the way back from the other side of the interstate, which would be the west side.
And Fox 34's Crystal Bennett joins us live in news.
Sure enough, that is Crystal Bennett, a young Crystal Bennett reporting. She anchored weekends, then mornings here, moved to be closer to family, and is now a community newspaper publisher. And she's with us here in studio back at Fox 34 tonight. Welcome.
Thank you, Matt. It's so crazy to be back here. Jeff, I'm so glad to be here.
I can't believe this.
We surprised him. I can't believe it.
We pulled it off.
Now, Matt, you said, Jeff hired so many of us right out of college. And I don't know if you know this story. In fact, Jeff, I don't know if you remember this, but you did not hire me on purpose, at least at first. So I sort of snuck in with the help of my friend Sandy, who was a producer at the time. And at first, I think you were a little upset about it, Jeff. But then you immediately turned into mentor mode and eventually officially hired me. Thank you. Now, you never held back on telling us how we could improve as journalists and storytellers. That's one of the best things about Jeff Klotzman. And for that, I can never say a big enough thank you. In fact, I feel very strongly that I owe my career to you. And the thing is, I'm not the only one who feels that way.
This is the Action News Update with Jeff Klotzman, Sharon Maines.
I always said chance made us colleagues, but hearts made us friends. I doubt I'd be where I am today if Jeff hadn't pushed me to be better than I was every single day. And to this day, he's still a very good friend of mine.
As KMAC's Chip May is going to tell us, a few unlucky people may be colder than the rest of us.
Jimmy Johnson never had one hair out of place, and neither did you, sir. In fact, did you know my love for the Doobie Brothers is because of you? Years ago, we drove from Lubbock to Waco to cover Texas Tech versus Baylor, and we listened to the Doobie Brothers over and over and over again. That was the longest 15-hour drive of my life.
This is Fox 34 News at 9.
Be alert, but go about your business. The president practicing what he's preaching in the Big Apple tonight. A very pleasant late evening to you. I'm Jeff Klotzman.
And I'm Sean Lindsay.
Jeff, you are a lifelong friend and mentor to me. It was my honor to sit next to you for so many years on the desk. I learned so much from you. You are the most authentic and ethical news director and friend, and I just wish you nothing but the best. You deserve it.
Jeff, thanks so much for letting me, Brian Hughes, be a part of Fox 34 News at 9.
He's the biggest quarterback I've ever seen.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the chance on me. And hey, by the way, you now get home at 6 instead of 10. You're winning already.
I don't even have the remotest interest in it.
All right, and that'll sum it up. I got to work in a great environment with a lot of great people, and you fostered a lot of that. You made that all happen. And you weren't just there in a professional sense. You were always there in a personal sense as well. I remember, having to take a trip to the hospital. You were the first guy to show up and kind of lend a helping hand, because a lot of us, we didn't have family. We weren't from Lubbock, and you were kind of like that extended family.
Of course, James Epler's in the newsroom.
Jeff, in this thing of ours, we all need someone who gives us that break, that first chance. Thank you so much for being that guy for me. I am forever grateful.
When I first tried to leave Fox 34 and I applied to so many places and wasn't getting what I really wanted, you encouraged me, you motivated me, and you told me to stay with it. And here I am, all because of you. I'm at one of my dream markets and dream stations, and I thank you for your words of encouragement and motivation.
Congratulations on retirement. He's not retiring? He's just changing jobs? Why are we even doing this? Gosh.
It took me a while to forgive Jeff for leaving me at KMAC, but it was fun watching him grow and just move all around the country. But I was secretly very thankful when it all came full circle and he came back home to Lubbock and to Fox 34. Jeff, you know I always wish you the very best, so enjoy this new adventure, and thank you for the part you played in my journey.
And one thing, I didn't mean to include this, but one thing Jeff has always taught us is attention to detail. And putting that together, I forgot to actually include at the bottom the graphics that tell you everybody. You know everyone there: Sharon Maines, Brian Hughes, Vinny Vanzetta, Sean Lindsay, Drew Doherty, Henry Ramos. Thanks to all of them. But it's just what all of us, and James Epler, who's telling me 4 feet away. I forgot him. You know who James Epler is. He's going to be on here in just a couple of hours.
Got dressed up for this.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But
That's your group, though, Jeff. And there were so many more, too, that wanted to be involved. It was hard to edit it down.
Yeah, but Jeff's always get as short as he can, so we trimmed it down as much as we could right there. But it's from the heart, Jeff.
I don't even know what to say.
Well,
I'm just blown away.
I know you're blown away, and that's exactly what we wanted.
Oh,
you know, I hope you know how loved you are, and I hope you feel that love. And as proof of that, Jeff, you know, normally in the newsroom it's empty right now. 10 o'clock, it's history, of course. It's filled up tonight with everybody here to support you, to watch your last newscast, and to let you know how much they love you. It's been an honor for me to sit over here to your left for the last few years, and that's not a political statement. That's just over at the left. But I do want to. I want you to know that at 8:55 your phone is going to ring, because I need to know how to pronounce Pogorchis, and I also need to know about Kim Jong-un. Is it Kim Jong-un? Is it Kim Jong-un?
Just mix them up. It doesn't matter anymore.
Say it like you know it.
Say it like you know it.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Thanks, Klotz. Thanks for everything as well.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You picked me up off the scrap heap.
What was that in the movie? Remember A League of Its Own, where who was it? Not Penny Marshall was the director, but it was Gina Davis. Gina Davis said to Lori Petty, "I just helped you get on the train. You made the rest of it all happen." That's what it's all about.
Well, you've done it for many, and you've left a legacy, and that's exactly what you want to do. LISD is lucky to have you. You know, we act like this is a funeral. It's not a funeral. Jeff is going to LISD, and he's going to be very productive there, and we're glad about that. Looking forward to interviewing you. I can't wait for that first interview. It's going to be fun to ask him those tough questions. But
thank you so much, Matt. Thank you.
One more commercial break.
Yeah, in classic television
We need
style.
to make some money for Brad.
Yeah,
so
you're not
let's do
supposed to
that.
say anything yet because we have to take a commercial break. What's he going to say? How's he going to say goodbye? You'll find out after this commercial.
Unreal. I mean, this is unreal. Okay, just stay on this shot, okay? But let me tell you, folks, I have really been blessed by my family. Kim, Zach, Ian, and Doris, they were always supportive because I have this passion for journalism, and I'm blessed by Brad Moran and my Raymar and Fox 34 families, okay? And then there have been literally thousands of journalists and coworkers at 5 other TV stations, like Sharon,
around the country,
without a doubt, and also 2 radio stations. I've been blessed by all who've allowed me to tell their stories, and all of you who have watched and listened to those stories, and now I'm going to have a new wonderful family at Lubbock ISD. This really has been an ability to live a dream, and as we say here, it's news at 9, at 10 it's history, so you know what? It's time to go, right? So I'm just going to say thank you, and good night, and goodbye, and Kurt, I love you, man.
Love you too, Jeff.
I love you. I'm glad you're here.